trouble this morning, guys, but there he is. Football jig, throwing it right up there around that old dock. This is one of my favorite early in the year ways to fish is throwing the football jig. I used to not throw these at all. I didn't like them, and then about 5 or 6 years ago I got into throwing them, and well, here you go. Not a bad little fish. Not the real big one I'm after this morning though. Not terrible. Pretty good. He's cold. Woo. So if you'll hang loose here, I'll explain to you what I'm doing out here this morning. It's a pretty good sized belly on that thing. Oh, turn it loose there. I'm just dragging a football jig. I'm casting up toward the bank and I'm just dragging it out real slow. Occasionally I'll hop it. That fish was right up here around that old dock that's fallen in, and I'm just being real methodical this morning. The water temp's gone up since last week. According to the Lawrence, it's 56. The Humminbird said it was 54, but that was more out toward the main lake. So hang tight, we'll see. Maybe I can score another couple fish. He choked it too. Oh shoot, this is oh crap. That's what I'm talking about. Ha ha ha. Look at that. Man, you caused the drag to slip on a Revo STX. You're doing something. Oh, nice. Now that, look at the belly on that thing. Oh, let's see how long this thing is. Where's my bump board? There it is. Oh, close your mouth. Oh, you're only 18. Thought you were bigger than that. Yeah, I thought you were bigger than that. Squirrely looking fish, ain't it? Nobody's gonna get that reference, are they? I put it in there anyway, though. Ha ha ha. I gotta send my girlfriend a picture because it'll tick her off because she's having a bad day at work. Oh, okay. So does Egypt. There's like no wind at all out here. Nice. Huh, that's the biggest bass I've caught in a while. All right, hang loose. There you go. Should've what? Hello. Yeah, I'm here. I forgot it. It's in the truck. I can't remember when I'm bass fishing. I can't remember a scale. Give everybody a little tutorial on what I'm doing here today. Is I'm just working a jig. This is a custom-made 3/4 ounce boneheads jig. It's in some type of a green pumpkin head with like a crawdad colored skirt, you can see right there. And I use Yum, Zoom, it just depends. Right now I have Yum. This is called a craw chunk and 3.75 green pumpkin as my trailer. And as you can see, it's got some big pincher looking things, eyes. And then of course, this is pretty self-explanatory how to, put a trailer on a jig, just run it up the hook, like so. Kind of get your skirt out of the way there. Push it on up on there. I didn't get that on there very good. Get it back down a little bit. There we go. Kind of want to thread it on there a little better. Might last a little bit longer if you do it that way. There we go. And that's what it's about. and then I'm just slow dragging it and twitching it really slow back to the boat. So I've caught 3 fish today. Since I moved down here and the water clarity's not so good, I've not done so well, but that's what I'm doing today. I've got 15-pound fluorocarbon. I believe it's a Seaguar red label on a G Loomis E6X heavy action 7'1" fast tip rod, and my Revo STX 6/6-1 is what it's geared, that I bought last year and I hardly used. So that's just a little explanation of what I'm doing, and hang with me, we'll see if I catch it. Y'all, what I'm doing today, I was planning on switching it up to doing different things, but I think I'm going to turn this into a jig tutorial, because I've caught 3 bass. The last one was a really nice fish, and the first one, he wasn't very big, and the second one was even smaller than that. But all I'm doing is I'm out here in the middle of this cove, neck, whatever you want to call it, and about 16 to 20 foot of water, and I'm casting back toward the bank, and I'm just working this jig real slow back to the bank. I think the bass here on Lake of Egypt, the water temp is 56, 57 on the surface. I think the fish are out a little ways off the bank, staging to move up to spawn is what I think. So anyway, what I've got is a football headed jig, and this color I think is peanut butter. It's not peanut butter jelly because it's not purple. I think it's some type of craw color. It's got a green pumpkin head and a green pumpkin craw trailer. I believe it's 3/4 of an ounce, and I've got it on a this is my G Loomis, so this is my expensive rod. You don't have to do this. You don't have to spend this much money on a rod. Anyway, this one's 7'1". It says it's heavy action, but I think it's more like medium heavy. On my Revo STX, it's 6/6-1, but they used to make them 6/4-1. You can do the same thing with a 6/4-1 bait caster, a 7-foot medium heavy rod. You don't have to spend a lot of money. I got 15-pound fluorocarbon, and I'm just casting it out, you know, pretty good ways, and then I'm just twitching it a couple of times, and then lowering my rod and working the slack back in. And it's kind of like fishing a soft plastic of any kind, and that's all I'm doing. That's all there really is to it. That's all there is to jig fishing. And you know, for years this wasn't something that I did. I was a soft plastic guy, you know, curly tail worms or lizards or things like that, and I still do that. It's still one of my favorite ways to fish, but something about early spring and you know, late fall, early fall fishing with a football jig work this way is just, you can't beat it. And the bite, sometimes it's subtle, sometimes they suck it up. I mean, you saw on that last fish I caught, she choked it. I mean, she had it good ways down her throat. And the one thing I will stress about doing this is I think you need a little bit of more of a sensitive tip rod. This one is I think it's fast. Yeah, it's fast action. I wouldn't want a moderate, because you need a softer tip so you can feel the bite. But again, if you hold the line in your fingers or something like that, you don't have to get expensive equipment to do this kind of stuff. I know there's a lot of equipment snobs out there, but you don't have to. You know, any bait caster, you know, with at least a 6/4-1, you don't want a ultra slow reel and a 7-foot medium heavy rod, and this would work wonders. The only way, you know, a medium action, you wouldn't want something like that, because then you're casting a lure that's a little bit too heavy for the rod. So there is really no reason to go out and spend, you know, $300-400 on a rig, unless, you know, you want to. But that's all I'm doing right here. I'm trying to make longer casts, because I'm not quite getting it back to the bank. I'm a good ways from the bank right here. This is also something I don't normally do. Normally I'm a bank hugger, but warm water, a little bit different than what I'm fishing right now. It's not cold. It's not super cold water, but it's not your typical spring, you know, 60, 65 degree water. So that's what I'm doing today. And when I quit getting bites on the jig, I'll probably switch it up a little bit, but I just thought I'd give you all a little tutorial on how I like to fish a jig. There's probably better videos that are way more informative out there with somebody that's got a lot more experience doing it than I do, but in the amateur world, that's how I explain what I'm doing. So hang with me, I'll be back. Douchebag's gonna do. And I'm going to say douchebag because nobody cares about my videos with my 60 whatever subscribers, but he is going to cut right in front of me and fish. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is proper boat etiquette. Welcome to March, April on Lake of Egypt in southern Illinois. Hang tight, more douchebag action coming at you. Alright guys, well, that's about all the time I got for today. It's getting a little windy, and I only caught those 3 fish first thing this morning, but I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a little jig tutorial showing you the things I like to do this time of year with a football jig, and how I like to fish it, what I like to do. Anyway, outdoor folks, I appreciate you watching my videos, and if you could, like, share, subscribe, let your friends know. This is lighthearted, it's a lot of fun, and I enjoy doing it. So in the meantime, get up off the couch, get outside, and we'll see you in the next one.